Howdy, grounded guys and gals, and welcome back to another grounded video. And today we'll be going over our community server. This is where I've been inviting people from chat on through their Xbox and or Steam to play on a community server for about like an hour and 45, 2 hours each time, several times a night, and just help me build. I mean, I needed the free labor, of course, so they were more than happy to help. So let's take a look at how we have progressed. So far, we have 220 days on this server, and of course every 2 hours or so I'd bring on a new set of 3 people, so there's a mix of building, a mix of questing, mix of killing things, etc. So it's not as far as long as maybe other builds at 220 days, but this is this world, so let's take a look. So the main base here is at the oak tree, and just down here we have 2 different sap collectors for our sappy needs, nice little clover going up to our little landing area, which is a nice little place to get, you know, of course, gnats as they fly in. Nothing too special here. Just a mishmash of stuff that was left over from when we started. We had a nice little, we have a nice little sitting area right here. And then we used to have a little storage area right here, just a, you know, a quick hotspot. But then one of our members decided to move it over to this building, and he called it a transitional building, so it's going to go move it again into another building, which we questioned him. It's like, well, why didn't you just leave it there and then make something really big, which he didn't quite consider at the time. So we laughed at him endlessly. So now right now we have a other transitional little storage area that will be growing, and we'll be adding to it, etc. And so that's in this little hut. We have a nice little, obviously, bug wall with all their heads and then trophies and whatnot. There's the little stuffed wasp queen on her side. We have over here a little farm full of all our mussel sprouts. Here is one of 8-Bit Chip's builds that he was working on. And let's just take a quick peek in here. A nice little couple of love seats. Oh, getting stuck. Come on, Nat, let's go. Second floor hasn't done too much on it. And of course, he hasn't finished the ceiling yet, because it was going to be interrupting our zip lines, but you know, one day he'll get that done. Next up, we have Poggy's place. Over here, a nice little thing attached to the side of the oak tree. And in here, of course, I mean, the only way to get down to it is you have to fall through that hole, so you kind of bounce in and then boom, you're here. Nice little bar and whatnot. He's building out. Nice little cute place. Let's see here. As we go up the stairs, we have the first level. And we have, this was I Love Grounded's chat member, a store, which was unfortunately beaten out based on competition. He could not compete with other members in terms of their selling abilities, and so he was run out of town. That he has now moved on to, he has a drugstore over there, and of course he has Finboy Hooters across the way. So he's doing fine now. Next up, we have Rush's place. Got a nice little table, some paintings and whatnot, and oh gosh, let's get in here. Sap collector, drying rack, you know, for whatever he may need, I guess. A nice little building here. Just crammed full of junk. A little Rush's place. We have, of course, nice little zip lines that kind of go all over the yard, doing yard stuff. Stormy Pandas, mod of the channel. His little first starter house. His little love hut. Not much in here, but he moved out and moved on to something a little bigger. And next up, we have Logan's little hut here. Got, you know, a couple of floors, nothing too fancy. And Door, can you help me here? Help me, Door. Door, help. Okay, just want to open that way. I got a little manservant. Just, you know, that's pretty bare bones. Just like little efficiency stuff. And we do keep most of our items in the main storage area, so there's no real reason to have storage of your own. There goes a stem pallet for some reason. Next up, we have this little house with, they forgot to actually put a name on it, so we don't know whose it is, so hopefully it'll come back one day to claim it. Of course, just got a couple floors on it, feather roof, nothing too fancy there. I don't know why it has a second roof up there, but you know what, double roof, why not? That's floor 1. Floor 2. We have Game Tips 101's place. This is who ran out I Love Grounded's shop by building this massive mega restaurant here, full of a whole bunch of stuff. Look at all this. He's just basically a hoarder house, looks like. Nice little restaurant on this back end. We got Bungie the mascot here, and just nice, you know, just a little full of everything here. And he, of course, has taken over the zip line so that he can charge people as they want to use it to try really corner the market on that. We have a little farm back here that was growing mushrooms at one point, but they haven't been replanted yet. Just to kind of keep up with all the mushrooms. As you see, we have a lot of mushroom need. Everybody likes to use it. We have another place right here. This is Lone Wolf. Recently came on. Built a little, oh god, little cramped thing. Oh gosh, this little, just a little cramped place. He just started. Hopefully he'll be finishing that soon. And then let's go on to the next floor here. Half of this is kind of a sap collector plus little storage area. Like that. And then, of course, here is Stormy and Franz's, the mods of the channel's new love shack. And they have a Weevil that will not listen to them, that keeps on running away. And lots of little doodads and whatnot. I hope they'll be building that out pretty soon. Now, as we go higher, we have Deathbringer's house. Well, it's 1/4 of the way done. Lots of ambition here to make something even bigger than everything else at the moment. And beside it, this nice little efficiency hut. That one guy with stuff, he didn't really do too much while he was on, but he put something together, so it's permanently here. We have a nice little clover bridge all the way up to the that guy up there for something in the future, hopefully. So that is the main oak tree, fairly large. Let's take a look at a couple others now. So down here we have Intact's little house castle thing. It keeps on growing. Every time I look at it, it gets higher and bigger and it's just more and more. Of course, he being on the ground will get attacked most of all. So he's laid a lot of defenses around here because every time we get a vengeance or a faction reactivity, they decide to attack his place. So he keeps on building out further and further and just more and more sprawling. It is very confusing layout. There's no way to get up really. I mean, sort of up here. It's kind of a confusing mess. I don't know if I can even get to the top floor, to this railing above my head. And maybe that's to confuse any bugs that decide to try to get in here. Won't be able to select dead end, except for the little gap right here. Oh, can't fit through there. So I guess maybe that's meant to confuse people, I guess. And a couple towers, a little safety hut. And he just built around the side here. It's just getting bigger and bigger as every time. We have like a kind of, well, it needs to be redone, a little elevator that gets us up to that floor. Then we have coming up Grim Robin's place. He decided to come on and we had like almost 2,000 mushroom bricks and whatnot. So he decided to really take advantage of that. And he built this monstrosity, this, oh God, thing. It's a, I guess, dining room resort, something or another. Decided to encapsulate this big old boy. And it just keeps on going. Maybe one day he'll just get the whole thing covered. Maybe what we're looking at. Next up we have Backwoods Logan, a different Logan. Build this on one night. Nice little, I guess people mainly like stick to kind of restaurant-ish things. It has like a little bedroom up top. Whoop, let's go in. A little bedroom up top. And you follow back here. Ooh. Go through this window. And a nice little sleek lounge over here. Look at this little area. Hopefully soon he'll finish it out. Nice little building in the back there. And of course, we should go take a look at the drugstore and Femboy Hooters place. And we have the Pure White drugstore. Still needs working out a little bit. Of course, any of your apothecary needs, come here and he'll hook you up with some premium stuff. Unfortunately, it is across the yard all the way. But you know, it's his premium location. He just had to have it. Now we have Femboy Hooters over here. Of course, you may say it looks similar to the drugstore, but this big, long, straight, strong tower in the center really offsets the architectural design to show you that this is, of course, the Femboy Hooters. No one's moved in yet for for anything yet here. Hopefully one day we'll get a couple femboys, but you know, it's up in the air, right? Until they get shrunk down and put in the place in the backyard till we can get those. So that's a hoping right there. And last but not least, my little place. Still building it out, but I think it looks pretty good. Just nice little side of the tree here. Beautiful view of everything. I mean, I can just peep right in a femboy Hooters over there. Nice little peaceful area. Of course, there's a little bed, a nice little lookout into the upper yard. I think it's turned out pretty nice. A couple more decorations, but I think it's a pretty little build there. And that's my update on my Grounded community server. So far, it's going pretty well, and it's getting bigger and bigger by the day. And I invite you on, of course, to join us. If you're on Xbox or PC, you can easily join up. I stream 6 to 8 days a week. Not always Grounded and not always a Grounded community, but stop by and maybe you can join as well and build yourself something or what have you. It's for everybody to jump on and enjoy. Well, and that is it for this video. If you liked, hit me with that like. If you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. And until the next one, bye.